Section 7, subsection A of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC Act 2004 states that the Commission has powers to cause investigations to be conducted into the properties of any person if it appears to the Commission that the person's lifestyle and the extent of his property are not justified by his source of income. Do not say you didn't know. A warm welcome to you and thank you for joining us on another edition of The Eagle, coming to you from the stables of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC. My name is Aisha Gambari. And on today's edition, Acting Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, reiterates the government's commitment to rid the country of corruption. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Savannah Center for Diplomacy and Development, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, pledges to work with the EFCC in the fight against corruption in Nigeria. Also today, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC collaborates with the Interpol to promote maritime security through a special project tagged Project Agwe. We'll also bring you a special report on the EFCC Lagos Zonal Office efforts in the fight against cybercrime. Please stay with us. Details of all this will come your way right after this time out. Don't go away. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Savannah Center for Diplomacy and Development, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, has pledged to work with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC in the fight against all forms of economic crimes, both in the public and the private sectors. Gambari made the pledge while on an official visit to the EFCC headquarters in Abuja. Abbas Abubakar has details.
The former Minister of External Affairs commended the acting chairman of the Commission, Ibrahim Magu, for the doggedness and patriotic zeal he has deployed in the fight against corruption, disclosing that the visit was primarily to seek the Commission's support in the Centre's project that is aimed at eradicating corruption in the procurement processes within the private and public sectors.
Is one of the things we feel we can do and we want to do in partnership with you and in support.
Presenting the roadmap of the project, Executive Director, Counter-Fraud Center, Umar Yakub, who was part of the delegation, disclosed that the organization designed an online platform for ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, to enable them post their procurement records for the public to see and monitor public spending. Yakubu said procurement by law is a public information, and if this information is made public, the citizens can monitor public spending on their own and decide whether those choices made by them are right or wrong.
From an advocacy angle is to now develop a platform, a web-based platform where all MPAs can voluntarily, because there's no law backing this proposal, there's no law, but on their own, out of own will, to now post their procurement records online for the public to see. Nobody is going to ask them why they decided to buy A or B or C, but the public should know, because the public are the owners of these funds.
In his response, Magu expressed delight with the center's online platform and promised to assist in sensitizing the public through awareness creation. He lauded the initiative and said the issue of procurement fraud has to be taken seriously as the country loses a lot of money to sharp practices during procurement process. He urged the team to be serious in creating public awareness against corruption so that the public can own the anti-corruption fight.
It's them to sensitize the public because the awareness of the public in the SDGs is very limited. It's very limited. It's very, very, very limited. Let people understand. We can insist that the SDGs should be included in the curriculum of the schools.
In another development, the Arewa Youth Forum has decorated the acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, with a Medal of Honor. This came as the group paid a courtesy call at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. President of the forum, Gambo Ibrahim Gujungu, who led the delegation, expressed confidence that President Muhammadu Buhari would resend Magu's name to the National Assembly for confirmation and urged the lawmakers to avoid the mistake of the 8th Assembly and confirm the EFCC's boss's appointment as the substantive chairman of the commission. Gujungu noted that Magu's confirmation will further give him a moral boost in his fight to make Nigeria a corrupt-free nation. He noted that Nigeria was sinking in corruption and owed the ongoing renaissance to the EFCC under Magu, whose leadership style, he stated, aggressively tackled the menace of corruption. Declaring the forum's support in the fight against corruption, Gujungu said they will use the forum's wide representations across the northern region and beyond to spread the EFCC's anti-corruption gospel. In his response, Magu expressed delight in the forum's declaration to support the EFCC, noting that with such a youth-based group, the fight against corruption will get to the grassroots. He described corruption as a rainfall which beats everyone, urging the group to assist the government in monitoring and checkmating illicit financial flows that get to bandits and insurgents in the country's northeast. In a related development, the Arewa Music House, a platform for gospel singers in northern Nigeria, have also conferred an award of excellent service on the acting chairman of EFCC, Ibrahim Magu. The group's president, Friday Jibo, who made the presentation at the EFCC headquarters in Abuja, said the need to honor Magu was born out of admiration for his selfless service in the fight against corruption. Jibo said the music ministry preaches against vices such as corruption and encourages their members to lend a voice in support of the work that the EFCC is doing to rid Nigeria of corruption. Receiving the award, acting chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, thanked them for thinking him worthy of such award. He reiterated his commitment to the anti-graft fight, saying it is the responsibility of all to fight the menace. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle.
Still on the Eagle, acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, has reiterated the commitment of the present administration to rid the country of corruption. Magu made the disclosure while delivering a lecture on corruption and anti-corruption strategies in Nigeria, way forward, at the National Defense College in Abuja. Martha Eche has more on this.
Magu, who was a guest lecturer at the Course 28 study program on national defense and security, disclosed that government's involvement of the EFCC in tackling the scourge of ghost workers in the federal civil service has led to redemption of over 4.5 billion naira monthly back to government coffers. Delivering a paper with the theme Economic Diversification and National Development, Magu regretted the effects of corruption in the country, noting that every paralysis the country has suffered in her economy and polity since independence was caused by corruption. He said the country has lost an unimaginable number of lives to road accidents, diseases, hunger, communal conflicts, kidnappings, armed robberies, terrorism, and a number of other evils that owe direct or indirect percentage to corruption.
There's no country that has no corruption. Everybody is fighting corruption. Everybody. It's like a rain. It's everybody. It doesn't discriminate. When it's raining, it doesn't discriminate. Everybody is suffering the evil of corruption. It's a disaster.
The EFCC boss reiterated that the only gateway to development was through the fight against corruption, stressing that if Nigeria breaks away from corrupt practices in government businesses and in the private sector, the country would transform into a model state. He praised President Muhammadu Buhari's government's efforts at ridding the country of corruption, noting that the present government came into power on the backbone of a promise to fight corruption. While touching on the successes recorded by the EFCC over a 10-year period covering 2009 and 2019, Magu said the Commission has so far secured over 2,000 convictions, 70% of which was achieved between 2016 and September 2019 under his watch. The Commandant, National Defense College, Rear Admiral M.M. Kadiri, in his vote of thanks, urged all Nigerians to key into the corruption fight. Martha Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
Glad to know you're still there. The program is The Eagle, coming to you from the stables of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Please don't forget to follow the EFCC on its social media platforms at Official EFCC on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Up next, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is to collaborate with the Interpol to promote maritime security through a special project tagged Project Agwe. This disclosure was made when the Interpol team paid a courtesy visit to the EFCC headquarters in Abuja. Martha Eche again completes the report.
Magu, alongside Anastasia Kyrilas, Interpol's analyst and leader of Interpol's delegation, reached this agreement while the team paid the acting chairman a courtesy visit. The project, which will involve Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Togo, Ghana and Benin, is aimed at ridding Nigeria and the other countries involved of economic sabotage in the maritime environment. According to Kyrilas, the essence of Project Agwe is for the designated countries to work together and encourage cooperation and broader intelligence sharing between law enforcement agencies across national borders. Apart from assisting the EFCC in investigation and capacity building, Kyrilas said the initiative will focus on maritime security in the designated countries and the strengthening of the capacities of law enforcement agencies in the West African sub-region. She praised the EFCC for its effective collaboration with the Nigerian Navy through joint operations. The project, which is sponsored by the United States Department of State, will further strengthen West African regional capabilities in maritime security through the exploitation of evidence and intelligence in the region and building stronger relationship in the light of the expanding criminal networks within the region's maritime environment.
We're here under the aegis of what we call Project Agwe, AGWE. This is an initiative funded by the US Department.
Kyrilas further assured that the collaboration will lead to improved capacity building, mentoring, and the equipment of law enforcement agencies in the designated countries with tools to preserve crime scenes and collection of exploitation of evidences. Magu, in his response, observed the need for improved regional and international cooperation between Nigeria and other countries in terms of intel sharing and gathering, noting that information was key in carrying out criminal investigations. The EFCC boss added that a seamless flow of information among regional and international law enforcement agencies was needed to confront the expanding frontiers of economic crimes. While expressing his deep appreciation of Interpol's assistance to the Commission, he noted that cooperation between the Commission and Interpol has been beneficial to both parties.
Countries should collaborate, both formally and informally, when it comes to exchange of information and intelligence.
Through such cooperation, the Commission was able to nab a suspect in a case of money laundering to the tune of 650,000 euros. As a result of the arrest, the EFCC was also able to secure an interim forfeiture of several properties of the suspect to the federal government, while presently prosecuting him at a federal high court in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. Other members of the Interpol delegate include Borislav Gitsdavkov, an Interpol analyst, and Mohammed Abubakar, Administration Officer, Interpol National Office. Martha Eche, reporting.
From that report, we move to the Ilorin Zonal Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, as the zonal head presented a check of the sum of over 100 million naira to Kwara State government. The money is part of funds recovered from treasury looters on behalf of the state by the EFCC. Ilyas Haruna Bala has the story.
Speaking during the presentation at the EFCC in Ilorin, the zonal head, Isia Kusharu, said the zone, which started its operation in February, has achieved a lot in terms of asset recovery and conviction of corrupt individuals. Giving a breakdown of the zone's achievement, Sharu said they secured 29 convictions and over 500 million naira in both cash and assets, part of which is the cash recovered from Kwara State government. He said the money was recovered from Kwara State Treasury looters who misappropriated landed properties of Harmony Holdings, while others diverted funds meant for macro, small and medium enterprises credit scheme. The suspects cut across political office holders, traditional rulers and top civil servants in the state.
We have 29 convictions and over 500 million naira recovery of asset and cash. Part of this recovery is the 111,428,891 naira only cash recovery for the Kwara State government.
Sharu added that he was mandated by the acting chairman of the commission, Ibrahim Magu, to present a draft for the recovered fund, while assuring of the agency's steadfastness in ridding the state of all acts of corruption and other economic crimes. In his response, Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, who received the check on behalf of the state government, thanked the EFCC and disclosed that the cash will be used for the social investment program in the state to lift poor people out of poverty.
By the grace of God, this money will go into social investment program of the state. We're not going to waste it. We're not going to misappropriate it. We're going to make sure it goes to the where it's needed mostly. And those that are benefiting will know that it's EFCC recovered money, so that they will pay back the money diligently when they get it as loan to help them in their businesses.
He said the state government is overwhelmed because history is being made in Kwara State when the return of our money is recovered by the EFCC, especially now that there are many projects to embark on by the state. Ilyasu Haruna Bala, reporting for the Eagle.
Thank you for staying tuned. Next on the program is a special report on the EFCC Lagos Zonal Office. The zone from January 2019 to date has been able to record over 100 convictions and secured properties worth millions of naira. Ilyasu Haruna Bala again completes this report.
Over the years, the alarming growth of the internet and its wide acceptance has led to increase in security threats. In Nigeria today, several internet-assisted crimes known as cyber crimes are committed daily in various forms such as fraudulent electronic mails, pornography, identity theft, hacking, cyber harassment, spamming, automated teller machine spoofing, piracy and phishing. Cybercrime is a threat against various institutions and individuals who are connected to the internet either through their computers or mobile technologies. The exponential increase of this crime in the society has become a strong issue that should not be overlooked. The impact of this kind of crime can be felt on the lives, economy and international reputation of a country, which calls for all hands on deck to wage a war against this genre of crime. Despite the country's enormous effort in tackling the menace by creating anti-corruption agencies like the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC), the government also enacted a stringent Cybercrime Act in 2015 in order to curb the menace. Part of the act states that hackers, if found guilty of unlawfully accessing a computer system or a network, are liable to a fine of up to 10 million naira or a term of imprisonment of 5 years. The same punishment is also meted out to internet fraudsters who perpetuate their acts either by sending electronic messages or accessing and using data stored on a computer systems in Nigeria. Speaking on the challenges the EFCC encounters in the fight against cybercrime, the EFCC Lagos Zonal Head, Muhammad Isa Rabo, in an interview with the Eagle team, says legal technicalities is a major cause of delay in the prosecution of perpetrators of cybercrime.
Ownership of perpetrators of this crime, taking ownership of it by a section of the society. Some perpetrators, if arrested, you see their relatives, their clan people come out to support them, and celebration of also ill-gotten wealth within the society without minding where this wealth comes from, in as much as the people will go and spend part of it in the community.
While speaking on the reason the Commission cited an office in Lagos, the zonal head says one of the key strategies the Commission adopts is to cite offices close to areas suspected to be beehive of crimes. Lagos, he says, with over 21 million people, is characterized with enormous economic activities and most licensed banks, including blue-chip companies whose headquarters are domiciled in the state, coupled with the country's major airport, seaport, is adjudged by many as the commercial center of the country. With these and other advantages, it is believed that various criminals will hibernate there in a move to capitalize on the advantages to perpetrate crimes.
This will naturally put the Commission on the edge to evolve operational strategies that will be up to date, at least to serve as a proactive measure to tame and tackle any emerging criminal trends.
Rabo disclosed that the strategies employed by the zone in fighting cybercrimes include intelligence gathering and collaboration with other law enforcement agencies within and outside the country. One of such collaboration helped the Commission with intelligence to discover a Yahoo school in Lagos.
From our records, we only arrested those who were undergoing training. There is no record so far to show some other persons have graduated, but we are still investigating to get to the root of that.
The zone between January 2019 to date has recorded over 130 convictions and recoveries of proceeds of crime, which include exotic cars, jewelries and real estates in Abuja and Lagos. How did the zone achieve this feat?
We rely more on intelligence gathering and collaboration with other law enforcement agencies within and outside the country. It is a multi-stakeholder driven approach. For example, we have a robust synergy and operational collaboration with the financial institutions, designated non-financial institutions, the local communities, CLO, that is the civil liberty organizations, and the public in general.
Cybercrime is a menace that should be eradicated or reduced to a very minimal level for our great nation to break even. Ilyasu Haruna Bala, reporting for the Eagle.
And this is where we call it a day on this week's edition of The Eagle. Please join us same time and on same station next week as we bring you interesting updates from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. To follow up on other EFCC activities, please visit our website, at www.efccnigeria.org. Also follow us on our social media platforms at Official EFCC on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, Instagram. My name remains Aisha Gambari. Let's do this again next week. Thanks for watching and God bless Nigeria. Bye-bye.